Physics chapter 19 new book video 2 write down the note thermal physics. The kinetic model of matter explains how solids, liquids and gases exist and changes its states between one another. Leave a line and write. In a solid, the particles are close to one another. Tightly bonded to the neighbors. And vibrating about fixed positions. Next line. In a liquid, particles are slightly separated with some attractions between the neighbors and having the ability to move about. In a gas, virtually no attractions exist between neighbors, widely separated, and are free to move around within the container. Then next point. When a solid is supplied with energy, it gets melted to become a liquid. When more energy is supplied, it boils to become it boils to become a gas. When the temperature change is observed, we can see a period of time when the temperature remains constant. However, energy content changes. This time period is when the state would change. When ice is heated, for a prolonged period of time, we will obtain the following graph. And please draw figure 19.4. After you have drawn it, write down. When ice contained in a well insulated container, when ice contained in a well insulated container is heated at a steady rate at 0 degrees Celsius, the temperature will remain constant for some time until all of the ice has melted. This allows us to identify water within brackets having 0 degrees as the melting point. If we continue, close brackets and write, if we continue to provide heat, the temperature will rise until 100 degrees Celsius and would remain constant for some time until all of the water has evaporated. Right, so like I said earlier, you have to understand that the steam, if you get burnt by steam, it would be much more severe, because you can see from E to F the temperature rises once again. The temperature rising means it contains more energy. If higher energy, higher temperature, and the burn would be severe. So it is much more dangerous to get exposed to heated water vapor uh, than boiling water. Both of them are dangerous, but steam can burn you much more severely. So you have to be very careful when dealing with steam. And you have to understand that steam, or the visible water vapor that we see, is actually not exactly the invisible gas or the invisible water vapor, but it is actually droplets of liquid water. So that doesn't if you get exposed to that, all around us there are tiny droplets of liquid water that will not burn you. Continue writing this. The kinetic and potential energies of these molecules need to be taken into consideration when trying to figure out how they behave. When they move faster, they have higher kinetic energy. And when they break free of their neighbors and become more disordered, their electrical potential energy has increased. We will discuss this in the next video. I hope you understood. If you have any questions, please raise the questions.